all relationships with God are really, really different. Hi guys, I'm back. Sometimes we feel like God is not hearing us. He's not really there hearing you, what you're struggling on. But my message to you right now is God speaks to us in different ways. God will only speak to you in a way where you can understand. Because when you figure out how He speaks to you, life becomes much easier. You get to really see signs and synchronicities. I pray every day, 5 times a day. I would say that definitely has changed my relationship with God significantly. Because I would say in the past I wasn't the most practicing person ever, but it definitely has improved over the years, and that allowed me to build much of a closer relationship to God. And I would say I felt the closest to Him when I would go through really, really hard stuff, to the point that I would feel alone and I would feel like there's no one there. But then boom, I just received signs in here and there. I received signs by what I use the most. A video might pop up in my feed that I normally never even searched up or never even looked into this type of content. Wow. I hear the whole video and then I'm like, whoa. I had instances where I would pray, and then after that prayer I would gain some type of clarity and I'm like, what is going on? That's the type of connection I have. Um with him, and he speaks to me in different types of ways. I'm like, wow, like, so yeah. But I wouldn't say we're all different, we're all on different paths. But with me, religion and practicing, my religion wasn't really forced. I've always been Muslim even when I grew up and stuff, but I never really like prayed or anything like that. A few years back though, I decided to really take myself seriously, take what I practice into consideration and seriously. And it really changed my life in a big, big, big time. Big person that will console you and know what you're going through, how you feel, is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that's it. Like, He knows what you're going through, He knows what you need, what you want, what you're craving, and God will give you signs to show you, oh, don't give up. There was so many times where I felt like I wanted to give up on things. So many times I wanted to give up on lots of different things, but it's like God has a way to communicate with you. You just have to understand it, because you get really shocked when He reveals it to you. Like, hello, like, I'm here, I'm watching, I'm guiding you. Like, what you're doing is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And I would say my message to you is, where you are right now is exactly what you're supposed to be. What you're doing right now is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So don't overthink things. God will eventually give you a sign to tell you that what you're doing is right. Everything will make sense eventually, but take the initiative, follow your intuition, follow your gut, and keep moving forward. You're not wrong for doing what you're doing. Just keep going and keep moving forward. No one can really tell you how to live but God. You know what I mean? And if you are in the wrong position, God will redirect you to the right position. So you have nothing to worry about. God's got your back. You're not alone. You've got someone that cares about you and wants to see you grow and wants to see you succeed. Just don't give up on yourself and keep going. That's all I gotta say, man. Yeah, and I think that's the type of relationship I have learned and grown to build with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I'm so happy and so glad that I got to have this opportunity, because I just feel like sometimes I also feel like I'm really spoiled by him, even though my life hasn't really materialized the way I think and dream about. Like, I feel like he really spoils me with so much love and so much energy. Like, I can feel it most of the times, and I just feel so blessed, energetically and loved, and that's the energy that keeps me going. The signs, the messages that I receive, the I wouldn't say it's presence, but yeah, I would say it's presence, it's essence. And it's like, it's just amazing, and I love talking about him. And if you're not really practicing, I suggest you to, because I'm telling you, if you really want to build a good relationship with God, like, you really need to practice, because that's the way where you can connect with him. When you pray, that's when you connect with him the most. When you read the Quran, that's how you connect with him the most. When you go to mosque, that's how every single thing that we're supposed to be doing is literally a way to connect with him. So don't take those things for granted and actually take action on them, because I'm telling you, God is there with you all the time. It's not like he chooses not to be there one day and then not. You know what I mean? So even if you feel like God hasn't really been doing anything in your life is definitely watching you and is definitely doing things behind the scenes. You could also be working on different people at the moment that will connect with you, that will elevate you to the next direction. So maybe you may feel like he's not doing anything in your life, but he is just working on other people so then they could come into your life and then boom, everything just falls in together. Maybe you're asking for something, but you need someone else to receive it. So that's what's going on right now. So you never really know. You don't really see what's going on behind the scenes, but everything will make sense. And again, the signs and synchronicities, even you wanting what you're wanting is a sign that he's working on that. So trust that gut feeling and continue moving because it will show you that you are in the right path. And just the fact that I came to your timeline at this moment in time, I came to your feed, is a sign that you are in the right path. And everything that you're asking for, working on, will work itself out. But yeah, like I definitely would suggest you to step into that because you'll get really shocked and surprised with how much he does for you and how much he will do for you. And sometimes things happen, but it's not for you to make sense. You know what I mean? Like, don't take the role of God when you're not even. You know what I'm saying? Like, God created you, you're here, and you have your own purpose. So, figure that out, and God will guide you. That's your main focus, and that's about it. Anything else doesn't matter. Okay. But yeah, that is all I got. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe because I'll be coming back for more. And yeah, I hope my setup in the background is not too boring. I want it to be exciting, but bye.